So thanks once again for dropping by the channel. If you like the content, if you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe, share the video if you enjoyed it, if you felt it was useful. Now let's get into this. So it's been announced today that Anthony Joshua will take on Kubrat Pulev. I believe, because I actually had the date, now I forget, believe it was June the 20th. Yeah, it is June the 20th at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. I still call it White Hart Lane. I still think it's called White Hart Lane. So that's where he's going to be facing Kubrat Pulev. My thoughts: perfect fight for Anthony Joshua. Perfect rehabilitation fight. And someone might say, rehabilitation, what are you talking about? He's beat Andy Ruiz. He beat Andy Ruiz, but he beat Andy Ruiz by boxing the head off him, not engaging. And that was an Andy Ruiz who, let's face facts, he partied, he ate all the Snickers he wanted. That wasn't the Andy Ruiz who fought him in Madison Square Garden. And you could see there was a few little jitters in that fight from Anthony Joshua when Ruiz did get close. So I think AJ is still... I think he's still getting back to his old self. And I think someone like Kubrat Pulev is the perfect opponent. Because Kubrat Pulev is, 38 now? He's getting on there in years. Who is he really beaten? You know? I mean, the best win on his resume is probably Derek Chisora. Unless I'm selling someone else short. That's probably the best win on his resume, Tony Thompson. He's not really beaten anybody of note. The one time he stepped up and had a world title fight, he got absolutely destroyed by Vladimir Klitschko. And that wasn't a competitive fight. He showed no defense. He showed, I suppose Klitschko is a big puncher, so that's, to be fair, you get dropped by Klitschko. But that's the only guy he's ever been in there with, who was at world level, and he got badly beaten in that fight. He's not fought a puncher since, and you could say Sam Peter, but no, Sam Peter ain't a puncher these days. He's as slow as molasses, and he's as old as the goddamn pyramids. So I don't count him. He's been fighting pretty obscure opponents over there on ESPN. And let's not face fact, he got this man. He had this mandatory shot nearly 3 years ago against Anthony Joshua, and he pulled out. He's always been reluctant to fight Anthony Joshua. I think now as I said, he's getting older, he's getting on there, so the money is probably an incentive. Will he have much fire? Will he have much motivation? Kubrat Pulev will box. He'll definitely box. Anthony Joshua will be able to outbox him, I think, because Kubrat Pulev has a great jab. He's probably the best jab in the heavyweight division. But, he's not a massive puncher. He's slow. He's not got a great defense. Yeah, he's big. And if someone the size of Kubrat Pulev hits you, I'm sure he can hurt you. Definitely sure he can hurt you. He's actually hurt people with the jab more so than his right hand. But I just think that he is just going to be perfect for AJ. Because AJ won't be able to outbox him. The way he was able to outbox Ruiz. Bigger target, better boxer, longer arms, all that stuff. I think Pulev, I was going to say he probably got the quicker feet, but I think in his old age maybe his feet aren't exactly as quick as they used to be. So it'll be interesting to see the foot speed. But AJ should be able to go and, step on the gas, try and get Kubrat Pulev out of there, try and force things. And I don't think he'll have too much to worry about because Kubrat Pulev hasn't an inside game to speak of. He's a long-range fighter. Kubrat Pulev is lost. He's a lost soul on the inside. He doesn't know what he's doing on the inside. He's no real uppercuts, there's no hooks. So AJ's not going to have to worry about being counter-punched on the front foot. He's not going to have to worry about coming in and trying to exchange with Pulev and getting caught with an uppercut or getting caught with a hook. He's not going to have to worry about all that because Kubrat Pulev is not a great inside fighter. His inside game, and Joshua's got a much better inside game than Kubrat Pulev. He's got underrated left hooks. He's got a very good uppercut. So I think Anthony Joshua should win this fight reasonably comfy. The one thing about Kubrat Pulev, and it's not even about him in the fight, I just worry, will he pull out again? Because when he fought Anthony Joshua, you would say that was at the height of AJ's fame. Really, you think of it like this, right? He was coming off the win over Vladimir Klitschko. That was probably mega AJ at the top. So, would he have got more money then? Possibly, I don't know. I wasn't privy to the payments or anything like that was going on. But he pulled out of that fight with, an injury, quote unquote. I flash back to when Nathan Cleverly fought who was it he fought? Bramer in Germany in 2016. And there was the IFL clip of Eddie Hearn offering Kubrat Pulev the fight, saying, why won't you fight Anthony Joshua? And he just kind of walked off and, was like that. So he's had a history of, not wanting that smoke with AJ, I'm going to say it. And, what makes you think he won't pull out again? That's just the question I'm asking. What makes you think he won't? If he's done it before, he can do it again. So those are my thoughts on this. Like I said, I think it's a perfect opponent for Anthony Joshua. I think he'll look good in this fight. I think he'll steamroll Kubrat Pulev. We're obviously not going to get the undisputed fight this side of the year. Probably more so November, December time. because I think Wilder and Fury, Bob Arum's named some dates like July the 18th, so I'm going to talk about that in a later video, probably tomorrow morning you'll get that video out. So it looks like Fury's tied in with that, so I'm thinking both guys do a job on their respective opponents, and you know, we get this undisputed fight hopefully by the end of the year. So that's what I'm looking forward to. So let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think I'm selling Kubrat Pulev? Do you think he'll come with fire? Do you think he'll be able to, you know, buzz Anthony Joshua, take him out? I see this fight as a foregone conclusion, truth be told. Foregone conclusion. So, you know, those are my thoughts on this. Let me know yours down below. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe of course if you guys are new. And as always, I took that from Maddie there. Subscribe of course if you guys are new. Subscribe of course if you're new. And as always, I will talk to you after.